It will be an exciting semi-final showdown on Friday night at the Adelaide Oval between the white hot hawk Hollywood Hawks and the Port Adelaide Power. So I think we should waste no time but get into this semi-final preview. I'm not going to go over overall players from each team, as I did that in the qualifying final last week. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go straight into the overall matchups and how they could be won. In the midfield, you'll have the Ruckmans going at it, will be Lloyd Meek v Jordan Sweet. Both kind of mid-tier Ruckman, but have definitely proven to be versatile to their sides. You have a midfield of Rosie, Horn Francis, and Zach Butters, who I will talk about a little bit later. Because the midfield of Warple, Newcomb, potentially Day. I know about that. So it's the overall proven commodity of the Power, be the young, up-and-coming, fiery midfield will go to the Hawks. When it comes to overall defenders, James Sicily will occupy one of Power's key forwards. Possibly Charlie Dixon, maybe Asava Aguilera, if Asava Aguilera doesn't go back. Tom Marshall as well as a potential possibility. Whilst Port Adelaide, it will be the question of who Aaliyah plays on and who he spends his minutes on. Whilst for forwards, Hawthorn have a brigade of smalls who destroy the Bulldogs, who will be ready to go again. The Wizard, Nick Watson and Jack Ginnivan lead that charge. Whilst for Port Adelaide, Todd Marshall and Asava Aguilera lead their tall forward department, with Will Rioli trying to annoy the more tall Hawk defenders in the small forward key departments. Overall, I think in the midfield, it should go even, but something about Lloyd Meek at the moment is he's insanely in form, and this is more, I feel like I'm now going more off what I see based on games and not what overall on paper the team is. And because of that, you may see a lot more like paired towards online. And I feel like Lloyd Meek has been just incredible, engaged, overpowering ruck. But if there's one area of this game that Port Adelaide can win, it's the midfield. The worry is that was supposed to be where they beat Geelong single-handedly, and Geelong actually beat them in the midfield. So if they let that happen again, Hawthorn will win in this department. It's just more quicker mids will get overall on top, but if Horn Francis, Connor Rosie can back themselves in, but become the game breakers that we know they can, Hawks midfield will win and get more contested stoppages out of it. And overall for this game, I am backing Port Adelaide's midfield to get the job done and achieve the win. I can't say the same for the Port defenders v Hawthorn forwards. Hawthorn's got a mosquito fleet that the 1993 Bombers would be afraid of at the moment. Led by the most exciting player in the game, the Wizard Nick Watson, and who's just going to be such a deadly threat. And they've got so many avenues who's in front of goal. It's scary. Ginnivan, and then in tall forwards, Cal Shadia has been such a revelation. Marvin Scholl's playing the best football of his career, and Bruce and Gunston will also still be commodity threats. I just think Hawthorn have way more scoring threats around the ground, and it's something Liam Jones is a tall defender, struggled with the Hawthorn smalls last time around. I think the same thing will happen to O'Leary. Hawthorn win this department. And finally, for the forwards, the power forwards against Hawks defenders, James Sicily will go along with Todd Marshall, Sabra Aguilera, and has the play style and scheming to be able to win that and come off back. Whilst I am worried that Marshall and Radaglia, whilst good, haven't shown the ability to break open a final yet. And especially not Charlie Dixon. I think Will Rioli is the only scary power threat in front of goal that Hawthorn should be worried about. But if Power are going to win and avoid the straight sets exit, again, it's Radaglia and Marshall who need to come up massive. But as it stands right now, I think the Hawks' defense is solid. I think they win that department as well. Another thing to talk about in this game is Zach Butters, whether he plays or not. Look, it's coming all over what he's got. Like, he suffered a rib injury against Geelong, which was a genuine worry. And it's all over as to what is actually happening with Zach. But overall, you don't get the AFL's Most Courageous Player award without overall being courageous and being a player who's heart, soul and guts. I think his mindset is, if I'm somewhat healthy, I'm coming out for Port Adelaide on Friday night. So I fully expect you'll see him running out with the team on Friday night. I've got him in, and I think he could have a massive impact on this game. As for overall momentum, Port Adelaide were on a 6-game winning streak that got broken by the might of Geelong, and Hawthorn, the Hollywood Hawks, white hot in this competition. And I think their belief, you saw what Ginnivan posted, which is another factor. This is the one thing that I feel like could let Hawthorn down. Are they getting too cocky? Are they getting ahead of themselves? Are they just thinking they're too good? Because if you do that, you're going to lose. You're going to just straight up lose, and I think you're disrespecting your opponent, and the footy gods will have something to say about that. In this competition, you never underestimate an opponent. And I think what Jack Evans said to Brody Grundy, that might be underestimating Port Adelaide. That's the one watch I have on Hawthorn in terms of mentality at the moment. Are they overlooking Port Adelaide and just looking to next week? Whereas for the power, it's all on the line. Believe me, I know all Melbourne fans, and you do not want to go out in straight sets again. You just do not whatsoever. And if they go out in straight sets, I don't care what the media says, that's the death knell for Ken Hinkley as coach. They're going to try and protect him, but that's a straight up death knell. And I think the players who have been building through this all competition, who got themselves 2 home finals by winning top 2, by winning 6 games in a row, they know they have to improve in finals. What is going on in the finals, and they will want to improve, they'll want to show something. For them, not just Ken Hinkley, but for them as well. There are a lot of players whose reputations are going to be on the line on Friday night. And what Port Adelaide need to think is just come out swinging. It's us against the world. Let's get this done. And I think they can use the message by Jack Ginnivan as potential motivation. We're underestimating us. You don't think we can win. Time to prove you wrong, buddy. It's just, there's a lot of ways that Port Adelaide is 100% motivated and can get this job done. But it's going to be one hell of a task going up against the hottest team in the competition at the moment in Hawthorn. Overall, this is going to be a much better game than I think a lot of people are thinking. I think a lot of people looked at this previously and thought Hawthorn by how much, but the more I think about it, the more I seriously think Port Adelaide could get it done. That being said, I'm going with the hot hand. I've just looked at the matchups, looked at the way they play, looked at the confidence of both teams. I'm still going Hawthorn by 15 points in this game. And I just feel like they're just fast play style. It will catch Port Adelaide off guard like what they did to the Western Bulldogs. And I just think they're fast and they're free throw movement. Nick Watson kicking another bag. Going through with unprecedented 305. A lot like Collingwood in 2022 to play the Sydney Swans at the SCG. But let me know what you think will happen and enjoy the game.